Hey, how's it going? This is Rich from Elk Endeavors here today. Today I wanted to talk to you about scaling. And yesterday we talked about how you split test, and I'm going to go over that a little bit today as well. But I'm also going to then talk to you about scaling and how you use those split tests to make sure that you're making money and lots of money off of your split testing efforts. So before I do that, if you like what I'm doing and you enjoy my content, please make sure you give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment in the comments box so that I know what I'm doing, so I know that you like what I'm doing. And if you have any questions, and if you like at the end, definitely subscribe, hit the notification bell, and with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So, like I said, we're going to be talking about scaling today. When I look at like the headline, you're going to be creating $3,600 from $100. Okay, and that's pretty cool, and that's where we're going to be. That's the goal to explain tonight. So when we talk about scaling, yesterday I talked about split testing, and so we had an ad. We had an ad one and an ad two, and then an ad three, and an ad four. Right. And if you look at it, I did it like a bracket, right? Like a sports bracket. So this one was a funny picture, right? And this one was this one was a like a headline. This one was a funny picture. This one was a quote. Okay, and this one was Michael Scott, Michael Scott meme, right? And so that's what we kind of like talked about. Now, when we go to look at the winner, we said, okay, well, the funny picture ad definitely won. Okay, so we're looking at that, and so this is the one we're gonna use. So we're gonna scratch the headline and go with the funny picture ad. But then, because we're going to scratch the headline ad, that sort of has to do with writing. We're going to go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to bet that the Michael Scott meme is going to outperform the quote. Okay, so once we do the split test, we do in fact find out that so when we go, this is the one we're testing. But when we test it against these two, right, the funny picture ad wins again. Okay, so now we know that we've got this is the one that we're going with. Okay, so we can cross out the quote, we can cross out the Michael Scott, and then we go with the funny picture ad. All right, now in order to funny picture ad, okay, in order to get to know that, in order to understand, or in order to find out that these are the ads that work and don't work, we had to spend some money, right? So we put in $10 here to find out that the funny picture ad worked, and then we put in $10 here to find out that the funny picture ad worked again, right? So we're into $20. In my blog post, I had it at 40. I think I might have done $20 or however I did it, but ultimately we spent anywhere from 20 to 40 dollars to find that out, right? And so we do that by doing a possibly, like, I'm just going to go with a Facebook ad, right? Facebook ad, okay, for the funny picture, okay. So that's a tiny investment to figure out which one is going to work for us. And so from there, what we can do is we can either go ahead and scale, and let's say we're getting, let's say with this funny picture ad, we're getting we're going for we're getting 3% or 3% sales, or 40% opt-ins, which is like people giving your email address, right? So it's either you're either looking for leads or you're looking for sales, right? So depending, like these numbers here, the 3% and 40%, they're better than what you have up above, right? They're better than any of this stuff, but 3% sales and 40% sales you're not satisfied with, right? That's not that great. You can do better than that, right? So then you can go back in and you can reevaluate and figure out, okay, well, I'm going to still run the funny picture ad, but now I'm going to change the font color, right? or the whether there's a video in the landing page, or you know, it could be you know, like a word like warning, right? I talked about warning or attention, right? So you and then you figure out, okay, well, it's definitely going to be the video. Like we're gonna not do the video, and we're not going to do the font. We're going to do the warning, right? That's going to be the winner. So we're going to have a warning and a funny picture, okay? So that's our ad. That's the one that's going to, that's the one that's going to do it. And now we're into 6% sales and 40%, I mean, sorry, 80%, right? Opt-ins. I mean, opt-ins, yeah. Okay. So, so now we've got an ad that's really kicking it, right? But we've only spent, this is only like, we've only done the testing, right? So we've figured out that we've spent approximately $80 to figure this out, that this is the way to go. Okay, so it cost us $80 to figure out that we needed to give a warning with the funny picture, okay? So now what we want to do is take $100, okay, and run that ad, right? Run the ad. So you're going to do the funny picture with warning, okay? And from there, like if everything goes well, and I'm not gonna try to do the math here, but from there, with 6% sales or 80% opt-ins, let's say, and again, I'm not doing the math, but let's say you put in $100 in ads and you pull out $500, right? Okay, so you've made $500, okay, minus the $100 you put in for ads, that equals $400, right? How awesome is that? Okay, now you will be tempted, okay, to say, okay, well, I made $400. That can be my car payment for the week, for the month, right? Or that can be groceries for the month, or that can be, you know, whatever. But that's sort of that's kind of like the poverty mindset, the making ends meet mindset. You're pulling that money out, right? So what I would suggest, and what you want to do as a professional, and in order to scale, okay, that's what we're talking about. In order to scale, right? That's what we're trying to do. We're going to take that $400 and make it work for us, right? So we're going to take that $400, $400, and we're going to put it back into ads, okay? And then from the $400, we're going to bring back, by the numbers we just had, $400 becomes $1,600. Okay, minus the $400 that you spent. So now you've got a profit of $1,200. Now imagine if you took the $400 and bought, you know, and paid for the car, right? You would be nowhere, right? Now you've got $1,200. Now what you want to do is take that $1,200, put it into ads, and now you're going to make $4,800 minus $1,200, and that is going to give you $3,600. Okay, and you just keep going, right? You keep going. You scale it up, right? So from 30, imagine what you can make on $3,600. I mean, I can calculate it out, but I don't want to hold you too long. So that's what I really wanted to, that's what I wanted to talk about, is taking this and looking at it from the lens of scaling. Now, one of the things that I would suggest is that in terms of profit, right? When you think about that, you like all of a sudden you've got $3,600, and then the next level is like I think $9,000, somewhere around $9,000, right? So now you've got a profit of $9,000. Okay, my suggestion is that for 1 year, you continue to do this. You just continue to scale and scale and scale and scale and scale and scale until this thing is a machine. And it's just making money for you while you're sleeping. Okay, that's the idea. That's the tag phrase. That's the tagline everyone talks about. But ultimately, that's the goal, right? Because and the thing is that you've already done the work, right? So if you go back up back up to here, like you to figure anything more out in terms of what you're going to do with this $9,000. You don't have to do any more work. This work is already done for you, right? This work you've already done this work, right? So all you need to do is just keep pumping money into the ads, and then you're just gonna continue to scale. Okay. Now, just to finish up, 4% has a program called the Wealth Building Blueprint. And my suggestion, I'll put the link in the description, but my suggestion is that you go and follow this blueprint. And when you start your business, or if you're in a business, you use this blueprint, right? Because it's going to give you a way to make sure that you've got all your finances in a row, right? So you've got your operations, you've got taxes, you've got growth, investments, etc. All that stuff is part of this wealth building blueprint. It's awesome, and I would definitely, definitely send you to it and definitely check it out, because it is really, really special, and something that I use in my, for my finances as well, my business as well. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about tonight. I hope that was helpful to you, and I really enjoyed, like I said, I enjoy making these videos. So thank you very much for hanging with me. And if you liked what I did, please give me a thumbs up. Drop me a comment if you have any questions. If I did the math wrong, let me know. And yeah, we'll go ahead and leave it there, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. Have a wonderful day.